hardcore for Love.
26, 12, and 4 Kevin Love averages last year.
Cleveland is going to try to get Kevin Love. They want to try to do this without Wiggins.
Without Kevin Love, they're not going to beat the Western Conference power.
No matter what the outcome is, I just want to end up in a great place where I can win.
What is the value of Kevin Love? Apparently, this man is worth 3 men. 3 good men, too. The Cleveland Cavaliers have offered last year's top pick, Anthony Bennett, this year's top pick, Andrew Wiggins, and their #1 pick next year for Kevin Love. And for now, at least, Minnesota has said no. What else do they want? LeBron James, too? Here's Stephen A. Smith on why Minnesota is actually doing the right thing by not doing anything.
For those of you wondering what on earth is going on in Minnesota, because how in God's name could they turn down a deal involving Andrew Wiggins and Anthony Bennett? Listen, relax, just chill out. Think about it right here. If you are the Minnesota Timberwolves, why would those 2 individuals be worth Kevin Love? Andrew Wiggins has a lot of promise, but he's got a suspect handle, he's got a suspect jump shot. We don't know how good he's going to be yet, we just know he's going to be good. Anthony Bennett, we're just learning that he knows how to play the game of basketball, because for the first 6 months of his NBA career, he didn't let us know that because he didn't show up. So if you're Minnesota, you're supposed to give up an all-star, 3-time all-star, a dude that's fresh off averaging 26 and 12, who can be the missing piece to a championship puzzle. For that, come on now, you can't do that if you're Minnesota. As far as I'm concerned, you get on the phone, you pick up the phone, you talk to Golden State again. You talk about Klay Thompson. You talk about Harrison Barnes. You talk about David Lee. You make sure they're still willing to take the contract of Kevin Martin. And oh, by the way, forget about that #1 pick, the 13th overall. You'll get over that. In the end, you're going to be getting 3 starters if indeed Golden State is willing to give up those 3 now, the way I was told they were willing to give them up weeks ago. In the end, Klay Thompson can ball, David Lee is no scrub, and Harrison Barnes has a lot of problems. I promise, rather. He's just not Andre Iguodala. If you are the Minnesota Timberwolves, you do that deal before you do Cleveland, because in the end, at least you're going to have components that are tried and proven on the NBA level, as opposed to 2 dudes in Cleveland who are highly suspect at the moment. One, because we saw that he didn't really know how to play yet, and the other is because we're wondering whether he'll learn how to play, even though he's got a lot of promise. This is not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. If you're Flip Saunders, you got to use your sense, you got to get away from the ego stuff. Stop trying to prove that you can coach. We all know you can coach. Don't worry about it. Just get the best deal for Kevin Love, because he doesn't want to be in Minnesota, and he doesn't want to play for the coaches that are in place. It's just that simple. Kevin Love wants out, and come hella high water, he's going to leave. So make sure that when he does, you get the best components for his services. Be smart. Don't be all caught up in the ego thing. I know that's a lot coming from me, but hey, it is what it is.
Hornets and Rockets. Patrick Ewing coaching the